never believe what he's gonna do.
That's a Kobe joke that got laughed.
Well, we're for sure banging tonight.
I'd fight Portnoy. I'd fight Chris Cuomo. I'll fight Mitt Romney. Tucker Carlson would be the perfect person to fight. I'll f Elon Musk up. I'll f Jeff Bezos up. Warren Buffett could get elbowed in his dome. I will have him eat 5 saltines in under a minute challenge with Joe Biden, President Joe Biden.
I think I'm crying right now.
Wow.
Yep.
This is Pod Stew. What up? Welcome to This is Pod Stew. My name's Jeff. That's Steebee, WeeBee. That's Jeremiah. You know those guys. Basically, I gathered a bunch of clips from June 14th to today, the 18th. Bunch of podcasts that I watch. Hopefully this will turn you on to some other stuff that you haven't seen.
Dripping marshmallow
And remind us of some of our familiar favorites. I really don't know the format yet. I loaded up way too many clips, but...
What are you guys doing?
She's here.
Stick around, see what we got.
Hi.
Hey,
All right.
Yeah,
You know, do you want one? Do you want to eat one?
Okay, we got
No,
Sarah
I'm gonna
Hyland, that's Bobby's ex.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
They're eating balut
Is
right
this the
there.
correct way to do
That's
it?
my southern,
just
that's
eat.
my
Have a
southern
bite
sister
first.
right there.
Thank you so much.
Let's go, y'all.
Like this. What? Don't make that noise. I haven't done it yet.
Steve, stop
Ready?
gagging.
Just eat it.
So 2015,
Boom.
you
I
win
found
the
out about
Nathan's
this
hot dog eating
podcast
contest.
because Steebee WeeBee was on there. That's dumbfounded. I used to listen to this dude rap.
Paul, I think this kid is going to do it. This would be a huge upset. This would be Nova over Georgetown.
The 2015 Hot Dog Championship. Big upset. This
Will
fella
Matt
here,
Stoney
he's
become the Jordan
upset.
Spieth of tubed beef?
Countdown. Now 5 seconds.
These commentators are something else, boy. I think that's Giuliani up there.
Both are struggling to keep what's in the mouth in the mouth. The competition.
Boom, 62.
2015 Nathan's Famous 4th of July champion of the world,
You already know.
Matthew Stoner!
Amazing moment in sports.
Truly.
Nathan's is like such one of America's favorite pastimes.
Yeah,
You know, like
for
big
sure.
competitions in America. Like, I would say that's the American dream. I would say.
To
win the hot dog contest. Do it.
The homie in the bottom.
That's the most American shit you can
Rick
do.
right there.
If
He's got
anything,
great points of
dare
views.
I say, Matt Stoney might be the most Asian American person in the country.
All right, what do we got? There's more of them later. Oh, Return of Kill Tony. I guess he got into some kind of controversy. I don't know. Boom, you already know he came out flexing.
Wow, doesn't feel canceled to me. Very, very exciting stuff. Stuff is wild. Look at this. And not only are we back in business, I want to let you all know this is double the capacity of our former venue, everybody.
Better.
Double capacity.
Came
This is
up.
double stacked, too. We got 2 layers.
Absolutely incredible. As you could tell, everyone, I went through a very serious transformation in the past couple weeks. I am a changed man. I have been passed. I flew through the priesthood system. Turns out they really like boys that look like me. I got fast-tracked, and now I am a changed man. You're going to see tonight simply only positivity and nice things to say because I have changed. Louis
Right
J.,
on.
you've been on the show multiple times. Welcome back.
I am extremely excited to be back here at the most racist podcast on earth.
And
White power, Tony. White power, my friend.
absolutely.
Yo, his homie was
No,
kind of...
I know. I don't know if you know this, Louis, but I am a changed man. I
He was kinda
found
struck by
God,
that.
and my
you go.
butthole still hurts because of the whole thing. But I am a
Won't you
priest
do it,
now.
y'all?
So
I got
David
2
Lucas, shout out to
kids,
David
but I
Lucas.
want another baby mama. I want to
Everybody
have
had
a
Asian
kid
jokes.
with an Asian chick. That way, when we have a son, I can make him wear the Jordans we gonna wear.
You messed up. Flubbed that line.
Like, I don't have any Asian hate in my heart. All I wear is Nikes and Adidas.
Wait, Adidas? I'm sure.
William Montgomery literally was driving here from Los Angeles
Dog, William.
as I was blowing up in the news a couple weeks ago. He was coming here to move here. High
that's a
on,
heavy
what was
feeling.
it? Adderall?
Yeah, a bunch of Adderall. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you. I haven't been following the news. What happened? What happened? Now, I tell you what happened. Joe Rogan chose you right after Tony Hinchcliffe. You're good, man. Congratulations.
Telepathy is not English, Spanish, or spoken language. No,
Ruiz
it's
and
the
Don
power
Jose
of
Ruiz.
kindness to serve the queen. So something really.
This is from the Aubrey Marcus podcast. All the links are in the bottom.
It returned us to serve our queen because what I love before my grandmother passed away, she said in 2008, she said, "I'm so glad for this generation that you are part of." I go, "Why, grandmother?" It's because you will see the return of Divine Mother Earth in all her forms. And you know, she used to give medicine, herbs, and all these, you know, curandera, training, and healing. And she used to do a lot with herbs and plants. And now I go to a supermarket and I see all those herbs and all those markets being turned into juices. And it's coming from different way. The little kids, you know, protesting against the negativity of machismo, of suppression. You know, the people having the power of the word. And you know, the lie is like a darkness that is getting light upon, and it has to do for the power of the COVID-19 era that happened. Many people were worms that get into the cocoon, and right now the butterflies are coming out.
You know those college bathrooms?
He nailed it.
Sometimes they have little gag gifts there. I didn't know it at the time, right? So there's supposed to be real condoms in the condom dispenser.
This is Jeremiah Wonders, linked in the bottom.
These were toy condoms that I bought, and I didn't realize it. They're not called toy. They're called something else, but they're like not real. Or, what was that? The name of it? Some name of it. I'll try to think of the name of it.
It wasn't toy condoms, I'll tell you that. Bro, imagine. Who does that? That's the worst.
And also, I'm going to speak to both you
Probably one of my
and
favorite
the
podcasts.
audience.
And this is one of those that I almost didn't click on because I don't know this fella, but
You want to finish something? Say, hold on.
I never interrupted.
definitely my favorite of the week.
Thank you.
Yes,
Well, then
absolutely.
And I love this dude.
So,
I was doing a bit there where I was
I know.
interrupting you.
that was
the
back
joke.
that up because
I'll stop now.
this
So,
dude
and
is so
also,
endearing.
I'm going to speak to both you and the audience. I'm going to probably interrupt a lot.
Okay.
So I mean, no disrespect. And if at any time
That's fine.
you want to finish something, say, hold on.
I never interrupt, and you can.
Thank you.
Yes,
Well, then don't.
absolutely.
So
I was doing a bit there where I was
know.
interrupting you. That was the joke. I'll stop now.
Yo,
If
shout
you're
out
looking
Marshall
for
Rug
just the
Gallery.
right flooring, you need choices. And at Marshall Carpet One, you'll certainly find
Marshall
them.
Carpet One.
That was worth it. So I have a lot of questions for you.
Please.
So I want to like guide
Dude,
you in
this
way
is
that
a very
might feel
good episode.
controlling and
Click
might
the
be
link.
Controlling, and for that I apologize.
What if I like to be controlled? I don't. Not that type of control.
Yo, the animation is so good. Oh, real quick. I'm filming this on Friday. I won't get to some of the Saturday stuff, and I listen to this, you know, every weekend. Duncan Trussell Family Hour. Watch, you know, Midnight Gospel. A lot of you already have. I already know that. But real quick, a story. So I had this playing on my phone when I went to the grocery store. And actually, before I left the house, I had it playing on my phone. Went to the grocery store with my daughter and young daughter. And we got out of the car to get to the grocery store, and I hear a sound, and I don't know where it's coming from. And she hears it too, and she's like, "Where's that coming from?" I'm like, "I don't know." We're looking around, and it started. I'm going to play exactly the spot that played out of my pocket. My phone was at 5%, and it was a very sunny day in Florida. I couldn't even see my screen, so I couldn't turn the volume down. I couldn't pause it. And this is what I heard.
I love you. I love you.
I love you. Yeah, I do though. You know, I really do. I really love you.
I really do find her. Hi, welcome to my art studio. It's in my home. Drop off your child and we'll have them here for 9 hours. And we have a snack break and they take a bath in my house because we have cats.
Wow. Thank you for having me and my child in your art studio.
Don't worry, just drop your child off. No problem. We're a state-accredited organization.
Hi,
we do diapers.
You're in line to experience sexual Disneyland. That's gonna be the weird thing, is being in line.
That's the part.
At sexual
And then I found the
Disneyland.
I'm not waiting in line. That's for
Check
sure.
out Johnny Pemberton.
The routine is more difficult than the writing.
Bro, this is
You gotta
such a
say
good
that again.
podcast.
The
Blueprint
routine is more difficult
and illogic
than the writing. A lot of people don't separate those two things. They think they can't write because they don't have no routine. What I'm trying to say is that it's harder to train yourself to sit down regularly than it is to come up with dope shit once you sit down. They're good writers.
It's true.
They just have low discipline or bad routines.
Yeah.
But instead of looking at, okay, what's my writing routine? What's my discipline? What's my what am I doing to put myself?
This is on Open Mike Eagles network. I think it's called Stony Island Pod. Stony Island Podcast. The link for this is down in the comments.
Every time you sit down, you write some dope shit. You just don't sit down. It's a difference. If you're a talented writer, your biggest obstacle, your biggest challenge should be to establish a routine, because that's way harder than putting words on paper.
Yeah.
Like you said,
Dude.
once we
Amen.
decide, I'm gonna write that rhyme tonight. The rhyme is written. Yep, I'm gonna write that chapter. Chapter's written. Writing that book this month. Book is written. But it's getting our lives to the point to where we can block off that time. That's the hard part, you know?
It is.
This girl that I
Here
was
we are.
doing it with, she was like
Yeah,
my really good friend. I
Sophia
trusted her.
Franklin.
I was super
No
naive. And
jumper.
she said, no, the thing is, we're going to smoke coke tonight.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh, like you can smoke it? It's
Must
like
have
the
been a
same
Tuesday.
shit. Like, all right, let's fucking do it. And she's like, yeah, like I'm going to add some baking soda. It'll be like a little different, but we're going to smoke it. And I found out later it was crack.
Right. Wow.
She went to Wikipedia
I
and was like,
should have
"What
known,
was
because
that
crack
recipe?"
feels a lot different than coke.
It was
I
a totally different. Like, how long were you going off of this?
Let me tell you something about crack.
is the girl
Once you
from
do
Call Her
one
Daddy,
little
I think.
hit, you keep going
Right.
for a while.
But did you have to go outside to like gain more crack? Like, do you have to like visit the local crack salesman or something?
That's so funny you ask that, because I remember we ran out and I turned into a fiend like within an hour. I was a crackhead an hour later. I was like, we need more. How do we get more? Let's go. It really is like that intense.
Wow.
But I only did it once.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an IV, Rude?
Yeah, when I had dengue.
I'm sorry.
When you had dengue fever? You had fucking dengue fever.
I thought she was dating a black guy. I'm sorry. I got that dengue.
friends, Erik Griffin's on there. Click the
TT Jerry told me yesterday when we told him if he wants to, I can suck his dick too. So that's what TT said. Also, by the way, speaking of TT Jerry, she is now available. She's a cleaning lady. She's available to clean houses, mow lawns, and do gardening. She said she learned how to do gardening in prison.
Yeah,
She
TT
learned how to
Jerry.
mow lawns in prison, which I don't believe. And she's a cleaning lady. She also told me that she's fully vaccinated. She got one shot of the Modelo vaccine. That's what we were told yesterday in the car. We put the we were told that she got the Modelo. She actually said, she goes, I got the Modelo Visine. That's what she said to me when we were driving out to Long Island.
Today's guests are
my dog.
You know, they're those frontline tongue ninjas, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, nothing beats a Theo
I mean, these
intro.
guys are, you know, they're the senseis of selling. It is Cameron and his father Spanky Nichols, and they are auctioneers.
I've never
shout out to
been more excited about a product that we've endorsed on this podcast.
Bobby plays this game with me where he pins me down
And he just likes to spread my cheeks as far apart as possible, so the air touches my asshole. And I gotta tell you guys, it actually kind of feels a little good. But I don't even need him for that anymore. I can just do it myself with this hands-free with this exposed booty tape. It's the world's first hands-free butt cheek spreader.
That's great. I was thinking, I didn't know if I should put this in there because then you guys will think I'm some kind of industry plan or corporate shill, you know, like this is some kind of viral marketing for exposed booty tape, Bath Girls, you know, promo code or whatever. I do this because I love podcasts and I wanted to make some use of my time, and none of my friends even know what podcasts are, you know. I'm not like thirsty for clout or anything like that. Excuse me. There's a fly in here too. No, I'm thirsty for water. Liquid death water. Murder your murder your thirst. See what we got next.
I wasn't here. What?
Oh, the reunion.
Oh wait, don't sit
My
on
dog.
She made that for you.
Look, watch how Steebee.
I made that for you.
This beautiful piece of art. He's like, oh, I love it. Boom, coaster.
I just realized how big that couch is.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it.
Short Kings.
Yeah.
Imprint.
Yeah, this was a
After
very
on
good
Instagram.
episode as well.
What are the best
It's
vocal
always
exercises?
cool.
And also, does big voice equal big
It's always
deek?
cool to
Big deek, huh? I don't know. For some people,
find
it might
out
be
more about these people.
Big deek,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
for some people, not
Yo, and
as
Chin
big, but who knows?
sings. That boy can
vocal
blow.
exercises, I honestly,
Ruben Studdard is watching. He's like, yeah, it didn't happen for me, man.
I think he's got a big deek for sure. Though.
Sometimes I wonder if Jeremiah writes in these letters so that he can make
I never do
the
vocal
Ruben Studdard
exercises.
joke. You know what I'm saying?
I never even like so I don't know anything about how to do train your voice or anything.
Yeah.
The one thing I did teach myself was I didn't know how to do vibrato.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, how could I learn how to do vibrato? So I remember I would stand
Life
up
hack.
and then get on my tippy toes and just do this. Shake myself and go, and then slowly train myself how to do vibrato after that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So that's one tip that I did for myself and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did this. Why did it air? Like, oh, Jeremiah, that's a different kind of vibrato.
deek.
That's a
big
vibration.
deek, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing there.
Has got it going on.
Yeah.
I'm just a fan of Elon. I like Elon. I like
Yeah,
him.
new Rory and
You
Mal
like his name.
podcast. They learn about Elon
Is
Musk
that even
in
is
this
that his
episode.
stage name? You know how like
that I don't.
You know how like actors change, like
Oh,
you know how,
this
like
is their
Stephen
first
Colbert changed his name.
What did he change his name?
And like Jamie Foxx changed his name. Like that's not his name. Is Elon? That's not a real name. No one's last name is Musk.
No, I think that's his name. Yeah, Elon Reeve Musk.
Reeve.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
That's actually a cool
Where
name.
did he come from?
He was born in where's he born? I don't know.
Some
man.
planet.
He was born on
In a test tube.
Oh, he was born in South Africa. See?
Yes.
Come on, you didn't think he was born in South Africa.
No, I did not.
See?
But it definitely
Makes him even
it definitely
cooler.
makes sense because he does have a racist face.
He kind of looks like you without a beard. Actually.
I have a racist face.
Without a beard,
Doesn't change
you
anything.
shave your beard, you're gonna have a racist face.
With my beard, if I let it grow, I look even more racist.
I'm just saying, we got to take it to the next level. Social media starts fighting each other. We got to fight sitting politicians.
Chelsea was going crazy.
Sitting
in
politicians
this
or
episode.
billionaires. I'll fight Elon Musk.
Okay.
I'll fuck Elon Musk up. I'll fuck Jeff Bezos up. Warren Buffett could get elbowed in his dome.
Dude.
Well,
Yo, Warren Buffett could get.
I'm gonna be
Warren
honest.
Buffett take one sip of
The
Diet Coke.
guy that sang, I think it's the guy that sang
We're gonna put the Diet Coke, Warren.
Elon Musk could fuck you up.
Say what?
Hamburgers in
Elon Musk
Paradise.
could-
Nah, P, come on.
Nah, you
Wait.
come out with an Iron Man suit or some shit. You're not ready for
That
it.
would be
bro.
that would be
You're not
super
ready for
foul.
it, bro.
That would be super foul.
He come out-
Yeah. He come out. He got a little watch on. I'm like, yo, why you got your watch on? We about to fight. And just
It's a rap for you, bro. Wait, so you think
Y'all don't help
you
me.
would fight any politician?
Any politician.
Any
politician.
Putin.
Putin.
Mark got one. Mark got one, bro.
Well, you know,
I do a horse fight with Putin.
No.
We're both on horseback. I do a joust. I do a with dicks. I do a dick joust on horseback with Putin if he wants it.
My money's on Putin. So.
Spasiba, bro.
My money's on Putin.
And you know what? I'll ride the horse backwards, ass first.
Back it up.
Yeah, somebody
I
needs
had
to
a
draw
Mac,
that.
and I don't know why it had Final Cut Pro on there, and I clicked
Dude,
on it.
that's what I learned on
and
too.
I just taught myself, and I've never taken a class in 7.5 years, and I still don't know what I'm doing.
So I'm going to go in and out of stuff. And also, I'm repeating myself, but we don't know each other, so I don't know this dynamic, but there's an energy that you have that is very comfortable to me.
Really?
Something that I grew up with, that I like. So I do feel a little familiar. I think I'm crying right now.
Wow.
I do feel a little familiar with you, but podcasting, content creation is an interesting thing because we're having a conversation, but at the same time, I'm saying, watch this to the audience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm a host when I just want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
So if there's anything that seems aggressive, like when I said to you, I don't care about the cases. Like, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's not the right way to say it, but I felt safe saying it that way.
I honestly, I would tell you if I didn't like something.
Great.
And I feel very comfortable with you, and I'm not just saying that. I don't just say things. I have alienated a lot of people because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I might be uptight, but it's still on my sleeve, and I don't believe in baloney and falsehoods and stuff, and I would let you know.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yes.
And let's just make sure we both remember that moving forward.
Yes.
Because,
dude, if you want good conversations, check out Take Your Shoes Off Pod. I almost teared up myself just obviously I watched this earlier in the week, and I did actually tear up, and just watching it again because, like, dude, I get it. And then, like I said, this is one of those episodes, sometimes you don't know the guest and you don't think I'm not interested in Magic the Gathering, but you learn about these people and you learn about yourself, and that was dope. Check out that episode and all the rest of his stuff.
Anyway, you have an interesting thing about you that I want to talk about, and it's not going to be a linear conversation now that I'm meeting you. And you're the way I would best describe you is even if you didn't play Magic, you're a Magic guy. Does that make sense?
It does.
That's probably why I feel
the
comfortable.
animators,
There's something about this that I
this podcast,
grew up with. Like, my Friday nights was playing with you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't mean to project. I'm just, I only have so much data. I was a certain way in school that I'm going to assume you might be able to relate to. I'm not sure, but I would love to talk about that a little bit.
Sure. School was torment and misery in the worst days of my life.
Why?
Because I was
nerd.
I was alone. I was paralyzed by fear,
Dude, that's
social
why you have to
anxiety.
love your class.
There were periods where I could not do anything but look at my shoes.
Because you were a compulsion of looking at your shoes, or because you literally didn't want to look up?
If I made eye contact with people, I would go into a panic. I felt everybody was
Have you been
staring.
diagnosed with anything?
I, at one point early on, was diagnosed as ADD hyperactive, and I am currently on antidepressants.
What's the antidepressant?
A very mild antidepressant, apparently, but it worked for me.
We'll be right back with a word
Yes.
from our sponsors.
Hi, I'm the
Dude,
professor
that
from
shoes joke,
Tolarian
though.
Community College, and I think it's ridiculous that our society has a sense of shame for mental illness. So there's...
Okay.
Sorry to cut you off, Brian. I just felt like this was a great opportunity to talk about our sponsors, BetterHelp.
Rick.
You toured Europe with Bert.
Yes.
Oh,
That was a tough
the big Mark Norman Kobe joke that you probably got clickbaited into.
And Bert's a friend, and you got to hand it to Bert for being rich. He's shooting movies. He's hanging out with Snoop Dogg, and he's still like a normal, nice fat guy.
Yeah, he really is.
Talking about working with Bert.
I'll never forget it. Some guys, they got one fucking T-shirt sale, and they're like, "All right, I'll see you in hell." You're like, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
But thanks, Tim Dillon. But no, I'm just kidding. Tim Dillon is a very funny gay man. But Bert is super cool, and I was like, he's like, hey, you want to go to Europe? And I'm like, trip to Europe, paid to do comedy, drinking, the whole thing. I'm in. When am I going to Europe?
Yeah.
And it was challenging.
Really?
Well, I like to drink as much as the next guy, but I'm a normal human being who gets hungover and is an introvert and likes being alone and all that.
Yeah.
And Bert's like drinking all night, shots, eating pizza at 5 a.m., then waking up at 9 a.m., hitting the treadmill with a Coors Light, and I'm like, I'm shitting blood, I'm trembling, I'm foaming at the mouth, I'm in a Coke den with 2 naked guys. I'm like, what happened? How'd we get here? And he's like, hey, I'm at the gym, then I'm going to do some promo. You want to be in my video where we roller skate in our panties? I'm like, I'm going to kill myself. This is day 2. And we got a flight tomorrow at 7 a.m. to Copenhagen, and I don't know how we're going to do this.
Like, he prioritized where he lived based on how close
this
it was
is
to the yoga
Nadab talking about
when he went through a yoga phase, which was
they
right
asked him
after the
if they would
divorce.
That's probably
DP
good,
a
grounds for picking,
female,
right?
a woman with his father.
Athletic.
And they're all walks of life.
And then they're like, oh, and he does yoga, so he cares about his health. He didn't.
Yeah.
He slept in yoga class multiple times. Like, I think my sister went and did yoga with him, and she's like, that snores in
That
yoga.
is so funny.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm just sleeping.
He wakes up. Like,
He has to get physically woken up at the end of the
Jenny, I'm
class.
going to brunch. By the way.
All right, Eddie, you and your dad are fucking this girl, right?
Oh, they asked Eddie the same
That's
question.
easy for me. I don't know that nigga, so sure. It's Adriana Chesick, nigga. Why not?
I don't know who that is.
Most
I'm sure
people
she's
are
worth it.
obsessed with her, and I get it. I was like binge watching
Boom.
her vlogs. Where
Allie
she
right
literally
here,
doesn't do much,
Resting
but
Bitch
as someone
podcast.
who also
She's
doesn't
talking
do
about,
much, it's
Emma
nice to like.
Chamberlain, I think.
It's weird. There's like a weird comfort in watching someone who is successful. Like she lives in this beautiful home in LA, all alone. She's 20 years old, has made like an entire career by herself.
I'm not really
and,
sure who she is, but
like,
I'm sure she's dope.
I mean, I don't know. It's just
Allie
it's very
Makovsky's very
relatable when sometimes like when you're watching and you're like, oh yeah, like I also don't do that much during the day, but she has a lot of money and whatever. There's like a comfort in her videos, I think. So I was binge watching all of her videos and I was like, I want to start vlogging. And then I was like, oh no, is this what people think when they like watch like not bad comics, but like passable comics and they're in the audience and they're like, if they can do it, I can do it. I want to start comedy. I was like, is that what I'm doing?
Shout out to all the podcasters.
Like, am I degrading the vlog community by trying to think that I can... I guess that analogy didn't make sense because her videos are very good. And I feel like... I mean, I don't know. Everyone always uses that example with comedy. Like, when someone comes up to you after a show and is like, I want to start comedy now. It makes you think like, oh, did I not do a good enough job?
Oh, no.
To make someone think that it's like... I don't know. I guess that doesn't really work because people always say that. They're like comics are always like, oh, if someone comes up to me after a show saying they want to start stand-up because of me, it makes me feel like I didn't do well. But I think that's actually completely wrong.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when I was younger, I would go to concerts and I would see these like incredible performers and I would leave being like, I want to do that. I want to be on stage. And it wasn't because I thought it would be like easy. I was just like, that
also,
whatever feeling you had up there, I want to have. I want that like. So that was a bad example, but I'm glad I cleared that up for myself so I can stop saying that.
Boom, Schultz going crazy. I'm sure.
This is who he's getting us started with.
Let me see.
Son.
You
My man got the fucking guns, dog.
You don't think I can fuck
That's
with
why
that?
he live in New York. He don't need no guns. He
Fishing
walk around
Fredo.
like that.
What, say what?
He don't need no guns. He in New York. He walk around like that.
Nah, you get fucked up. Muscles, that's light work. I fuck up muscles, man.
Mm-hmm. You was doing a real good job with wax the other day.
I was until he came at me. Once he comes at me, it changes shit a little bit, but
I think I missed Brilliant Idiots.
Bro, that's it. I'm just saying, I can't be fighting no fucking YouTube or TikToker. You know what I'm saying? I need motherfuckers that are part of the fabric.
Why can't you fight a TikToker? Is we too old?
You don't like him anyway.
He
He
wants
wants institutional change, bro.
I want institutional change. Like I can only the only people I will fight are politicians.
Yo, happy Juneteenth.
Or media personnel. Like I'd fight Portnoy.
I want to see that. Hey,
hold up. Nah. I'm just saying.
Stop right there,
Poor,
dog.
poor they're gonna have you fucking donkey hook like this fucking running back. I don't know if that's what you want.
When he first broke down the McDonald's
Shane Mauss
example, I was like,
do you want to walk us through that?
Oh, yeah.
This is another great podcast that doesn't get
he talks about
the love that it deserves.
He's like, what is McDonald's? It feels like an objective reality, but it's not. It's a subjective. Corporations are a subjective reality. So if you wanted to get rid of a McDonald's, how would you do it? You could knock down the McDonald's, but McDonald's would still exist. There's other buildings and everything else. There's other McDonald's around, and you could destroy all the buildings. You could still build new ones. Is McDonald's the employees? Well, you could get rid of all the employees, hire new ones. McDonald's isn't the employee. Is it the CEO? Nope. Those change. Is it the food? No. And
is it the founders? Nope, the founders are dead.
It's like a concept.
And the idea is that, but
it's like a
if
shared concept.
A judge decided that McDonald's was a monopoly or something like that, and so we have these subjective laws, so they're made up by us humans. These are kind of opinions, things that we worked out collectively and built these subjective laws around. So a judge who is like
subjective
a modern day sorcerer in a way, wearing
got
a
the
fancy outfit and everything else. If he bangs the gavel and says that that McDonald's is a monopoly and needs to be dissolved, then McDonald's no longer exists. The idea of McDonald's is dissolved, and it would still exist in people's minds too, and so it gets really tricky. But the very things that feel so real to us are subjective realities that we are agreeing upon, which is like happening so much right now with crypto, which is I think part of the craze with crypto is everyone having this experience for the first time, like, what? Wait a second. But the dollar's just in our minds. We're just agreeing on what we can just make up whatever, and like people are having that experience for the
first psychedelic
time.
experience. Yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the Misfits podcast, rated 5.
I was like, okay, it'd be cool. I want to put people onto new podcasts that they may not have seen. You know what I'm saying? I was also like, I should check out some new podcasts as well. So I typed in podcast and I hit, where you see the recently uploaded, right? This one was one of the first ones, and I was like, oh yeah, let me see what these guys are doing or whatever. I clicked it. They had I think they had hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So like, I've never even seen these dudes. I feel like I knew what podcasts were or whatever. I watched it. It was dope. I got a lot of different perspectives that I never would have gotten from the, podcasts that I normally watch or whatever. But check these dudes out. Misfits podcast, and that link will be down below as well.
Stars on YouTube by 10M. You guys have inspired me to follow my dreams. Thank you. My dream to become a drug-addicted, downright criminal gay stripper. Turn up for fucking Pride Month. It is June, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with the resident Gaylord, Toby on the telly.
What up, cuh?
We got the other resident Gaylord.
These dudes are just seem cool, and you want them to like you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm absolutely proud.
Yeah, cool.
Super, super proud.
Yo, why do people that are proud get a whole month, but people that aren't proud don't get shit?
We need to help those unproud people out.
Yeah.
It's
Pride Month. It's more about just being gay.
Most people,
It's about more than that.
If you're gay, you should hate that. You shouldn't be proud. Why don't you get your own? Why don't you get a month for that?
What?
Why can't I be proud of my hatred?
So,
you know what I was thinking about earlier? I was thinking about like some of the jokes that I'll go back and I'll watch the videos that we did in our past, and I'll hear some of these jokes, and I'm like, these are funny, but I would never say them now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, these are great jokes, but I'm glad that they're kind of like in my past, right?
Yeah.
And it makes me think like if I come back, because I'm thinking about coming back to what I was doing before.
Right, YouTube. And,
I'm like, well, if I come back, am I still going to be funny without those, while trying to avoid the...
I don't know. What kind of fucking world do you think you're living in where you're beyond those jokes? You've told like 10 of those jokes on this podcast alone.
I guess that's true. I guess that's a good point.
People love food, but why do people like watching people eat, you think?
Sometimes, like, for instance, like mukbang culture in Korea, the convenience stores, like, it's such an on-the-go culture, so they don't get to sit down and eat with a family. They feel lonesome, you know what I mean? So they're in a convenience store and they're making a ramen and they're watching Matt Stoney eat. Like, it feels like camaraderie. It feels like there's a company there. But also, me and JL and I, we got to the point where every time we ordered food, we'd have to watch someone else eating on TV too. Because if you put on a movie or a show and you look down to eat, you're gonna miss valuable parts of the movie. You know what I mean? So you can't, if you put on something to eat, put on a
podcast.
You have to put something stupid or something that you don't need.
Put on this podcast
because you're gonna be looking down half of the time.
Actually, you're already watching.
But when you're watching someone else,
I'll watch a different episode.
it's like a dining situation. Do you know what I mean?
It's like
It's
family.
beautiful. Yo, Matt, you and I, we broke bread many times, bro. It's crazy.
You're an amateur. Stop.
I'm not an amateur, bro.
Stop putting himself in the
Like,
bracket. Like, we
dude?
broke bread. Stop, bro.
Trust me.
Someone said eating
that's
is
crazy. I used to do hard drugs and watch Intervention, so I totally get that.
It's super sexual.
That's why we just know that gays have it the best.
Glory holes are socially distant.
Oh, this is
dude.
There's no face.
There's like, I have a friend in New York who's gay, and he said that, like, you know, oh yeah, I'm going to the park right now to I'll just meet somebody. I'm like,
That's incredible.
I'm like, that's incredible,
man.
I'm like, and I would tell him, like, you realize this never, like, this can't happen.
Yeah.
For us, like,
No, it just can't. And you see, I'm jealous. Like the homophobia, I don't understand because I'm like, what a great life.
The best.
You're at a rest stop and you're like, I'm gonna get a Snickers and a head, and then go back in the car and drive 6 hours.
And he was married to another guy.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, what is your husband? He's like, he knows what's up. Like, we're the same. We need to fuck.
That's why AIDS was invented.
Yeah.
Just to have a payback.
Yep.
You know, we got to win somewhere.
For your awesome fucking lifestyle. Guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom, clean
Magic
that up
Johnson's still living.
Crazy.
He beat Kobe.
He
All right, unlike him, that joke landed. All right, we're having fun. Suck it, Ari. That's a Kobe joke that got laughs, you fucking heeb.
Stupid Ari.
I know, yeah. Drug yourself, bitch. All right. Sorry, that's like 4 years old.
No, you really do look like a hot guy vampire.
Like, you really look like Taylor Hanson now.
Wait, I actually was thinking that the phenomenon that's happening right now to you guys is what happened in middle school when guys were like, you look like Taylor Hanson, but they were into me. So they were like jerking off to like this hybrid man woman thing. Oh, this just goes on your wrist? I thought it goes pinned onto the guy.
Bro, anytime I watch Bloodbath,
thank you.
You have to fuck me.
Trash Tuesday.
Guys, when they slide this on, it's like, I'm taking your virginity.
I'm a
Oh
yes
my
lady.
God, it's not-
Annie
it's
and I
not
are
like
banging
that.
tonight.
Anytime I watch Trash
Oh, we're for
Tuesday,
sure banging tonight.
I feel like I shouldn't be watching it. I think that's exactly why I watch it.
So smart. I'm tonguing you.
No.
Did you use the scraper?
Tongue scraper?
I tongue scraped today.
I can see your bare tit.
Take me through a couple of those. Yeah, because everybody knew that growing up, like she sells by the seashore.
Yeah. You try to get your brain to think before you speak. Which is, you think that's normal, but when you're going that fast, you know, that's what the school really does. It's like teach your brain to get up to that speed, essentially.
Okay.
Along with your mouth, but.
So take me through one of them if you remember them.
Betty bought her Boston butter, but she said it's butter bitter. If I put it in my batter, it'll make my batter bitter. So she bought a bit of butter, put it in her bitter batter, made her bitter batter better. So it's better. Betty bought a bit of butter.
Killed it.
Can I just give you what a network television is like?
Listen up, Rudy. This is for you.
It's for you. All right. So let's say, Rudy, let's say you have a lot of money and you want to build a house, and you hire an architect, and the architect.
Yeah,
draws
Erik is
out
good at
everything
making
about
these.
the house, and you go, I love this house.
Mm-hmm.
That's the house I want you to
What are they
make.
called?
And in the making of the house, you start going like this.
Analogy?
I think I want the kitchen on the other side.
Metaphor.
You know what? Can you change you're using mahogany. I want you to use a different wood. And then you make all these
Put it down in the
changes,
comments.
And then you see your house. And then you go like this. I don't like this. Yeah, bitch. You know why you don't like it? You know why you don't like it, network? Because you fucked it up. That's why you don't like it now. Because all your dumbass changes.
ABC.
ABC? They fucking fucked it up.
shots fired.
And then they want to wonder why they don't like it. You know why you don't like it? Because you got involved. You should just write checks and let talented makers of entertainment do the thing you paid them for.
Go off, King.
Let's create a horror movie right now.
Yo, shout out to Jacob
Okay.
Motoyama
What are you
that
afraid
did this Turtles of Bottom of Turtle Island animation. You killed that, bro.
It really reminds me of that Jodeci era.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where
Yo,
guys
the
are standing
best
on
era.
rocks and they're with
Yeah,
white
in leather shorts and shit. Like,
I actually
and you're like, why are
actually
you on
did a
the
Jodeci
rocks
cover recently.
You're on the shoreline singing this?
Yeah, you don't have to be that
Maybe I'll
far
put it at
in.
the
You
end.
can stand on
You
the
can go into
shore.
the city.
Yeah.
I'll put it at the
But
end
they
of the episode,
really
maybe.
felt stuff back then.
Oh my, Jodeci especially. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was a very romantic era for.
It's like
for music.
aggressive romance.
Yes.
It's like, I want to be with you so bad, but it's not like, I want to be. No. It's like, like,
Do you know the song by 112, Peaches and Cream? I know I should. Can you sing a little hook of it or part of it?
Yo, Chin
Let
can
me tell you
sing.
what I wanna do. Let me show you what I'm feeling you. Wanna sex, wanna ride with you. Wanna kiss, wanna put my lips all over you. Can't get enough of you. Always thinking of you. So sweet, so very wet. So good when you make me sweat. Girl, I'm talking about peaches and cream. I need it cause you know I'm a fiend. Getting freaky on a bit of limousine. It's even better when I make ice cream. Know what I mean? Peaches and cream. Peaches and cream. I need it cause you know that I'm a fiend. Getting freaky on a bit of limousine. It's even better when it's made of ice cream. Know what I mean?
We had that guy Steebee come in. Remember him from the
Yo,
and he like had us
shout
set
out to
him up
King
with
and the
some
Sting.
girls, and then
Fuck you! I got so much pussy in the weekend. I can have a little baby on the way. So fuck you guys.
what are your thoughts here, Brendan?
Listen, my mother-in-law's a smoke show too,
Oh,
but I'm not going to
Stevie
stare
is-
at the pictures.
That's not what the man is talking. It's not what we're.
That's what. But I'm in the same predicament. Yeah. My mother-in-law's a fucking 10, bro. But if she drops her phone, I'm not going to text those pics to myself. You have some problems, amigo.
Tell me this.
Yeah.
Bro, Brendan speaks so cool.
Brendan, sorry, I forgot your name for a second. Do you, if you saw if somebody said there's a nude picture of your stepmom right here, would you look at it?
Oh yeah, I gotta look. Oh, because what's it doing on there? Maybe I can help her get it taken down.
What? There's nothing about that. What do you mean? What's it doing on there? What if somebody has it
Wait.
printed off on something?
But first of all, he said stepmom, and I'm pretty sure the dude that was calling in, it was like his mother-in-law.
Like it's on a piece of paper.
Well, if it's out in the world, I'm gonna have to do her a solid, get it taken down, you know. But I gotta look. You wouldn't?
No.
I don't believe you.
No, I wouldn't.
Dude, you hooked up with Jared's sister from Subway. And you won't look at a picture of a hot mother-in-law?
Yo, is that true?
You lying.
I have like legit haters now.
What?
I'm gonna show you the.
Bro, because you were wilding on.
Well, actually,
King of
don't-
the Sting.
Not here. I don't want to give the guy shine.
Yeah.
It is the most cruelest, malicious stuff you could think about. Because I know we've all kind of dealt with that. You know, just like if you go on like Reddit.
Dang,
I know,
Khalyla.
no, but
She said she got some
I think mine
haters,
will
I
match
guess.
yours.
Yo, why y'all?
The type
y'all
of
hate on
maliciousness and hatred will match yours.
I doubt that.
Especially Steebee, bro. Protect
This
Steebee at
guy-
all costs.
He breaks me down. Like he brings. he ends it with, my dad should have killed me. I wasn't worth like the nut on like a towelette. Like I should have been wiped. Like my sperm should have been like
so detailed.
I feel like
disposed with a sock.
That's not
like
abortion. This is so unoriginal.
Well, he said I look like a gray alien.
That's a little better. That one's a little better.
You booked something too though at that time. You were in a Starburst
Yo, I used to watch. I used to remember this before I even know who Steebee WeeBee was or any of this.
Really
and it stuck out in my head.
They're rerunning like old ones that were successful back then. That's one that they should do again.
You liked it?
That one was a good one where you make the baby cry.
Yeah. Hey Jimmy, come see the baby.
Jimmy, see the baby.
What was the accent for that?
It was a Chinese. Hey, come see the baby.
That was rich.
I don't know.
Come see the baby.
Come see the baby.
Come see the baby.
Come see the baby.
And I remember they had to like, because I kept missing my mark. And then so they're like, I had to like act like, I'm doing my own thing. And then I had to hit this mark and then out of my pocket have a sour Starburst and then put it in my mouth. And then by the time I got to the baby, I had to like make the face. And then, yeah. But that was hard to book because every time I kept coming
watch
back
how this
for the
person
callback,
wallops
there's
him
another
on the
like
head.
young, like Asian kid.
Bow.
So I'm like, oh my.
I think they give him another
You
one.
know
too.
how like
No.
shallow I got? You know how shallow they were? The people, the casting people. On the last one, they brought another kid, like who didn't even go through the other auditions.
Another kid.
And then I overheard them. We were in front of the Vista Theater. Remember the Vista?
I do, yeah.
We're eating cut lemons, and then I remember one of them saying, "Pick the other one. His hair is more like Bruce Lee's."
Bruce Lee and you.
Was that their only reference for
That's
anything?
their only reference, Bruce Lee.
Are you still sober as well?
Yeah, big time. So when I came here, the
Okay,
first
so
time
let's segue into something
Yeah.
positive. I'm sorry.
Shout out to Gabby Lamb.
Hold up. Rest in peace, Lucifer.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
So we started
Yeah.
there.
Rest in peace,
yeah.
Lucifer.
Okay, sorry for starting that.
Devil is dead, y'all.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'm
But listen, we're moving on to positivity now.
Yeah, we sure are.
So you're still sober.
I'm sober, and the
Didn't
first time
we talk about it here?
Okay, yeah, because get this, the first time I did your podcast, I was wickedly fucking hungover. I was so
I remember
hungover.
that
I hadn't met
episode.
you before, and I was like, fuck, I'm so hungover. I have to go like talk to somebody right now. I'm not gonna be good at this. And then you were like, you should maybe go to a meeting. And then a few months later, I was at a meeting.
That's so crazy.
And now I'm
so
sober.
how much time do you have now?
So I got on the freeway.
And you're driving?
I was driving, speeding,
That's
and they
the-
pulled
this
me
is
over,
the
and they're
episode.
like, whoa, do you know how fast you were going? And I was like, nope. And then they're like,
You're-
well, it was
were you with-
100. And
it
I
was 100 miles per hour?
Just going 100 miles per hour on the freeway.
Yo, she glue up.
You're by yourself?
It's me listening to music.
But you just said, let's go.
Oh, that was me talking to myself.
Oh, that was you.
I said, let's go back.
This is you. This is all in your mind.
It's all in my mind, saying, let's go. We're going to go. Lord. Yeah.
So have you cut down on your drinking since then?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've been trying to get sober. I
Yeah.
say that as I'm so hungover
Hey, I'm
today.
sober.
Are you?
Yeah,
Are you?
I'm in a program.
Are you in
I'm
program?
10 years. Yeah.
Really? I've been trying to work the program, sort
Hey,
of.
if you knew afterwards, if you
Mhm.
want to talk about it, afterwards,
I say I do see the alcohol. I've been trying to work the program. Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you where it's at. And there's a good one on Friday. I set up the sound.
That's dope.
Are you still
Dude,
sober
if so,
as well?
Yeah, big
if that conversation never happened,
5 months. 5 months. We did
this
it.
wouldn't have never happened, you know?
A year and 5 months. We did it. So I
A
got on
year
the
and
freeway.
5 months.
And you're-
That's sick. I just did 7 years, June 1st. Shout out to me, Virtue Signal. Virtue Signal GIF. We'll put that in on post-production. Send it to the team.
I fight Chris Cuomo. Word? Son, I knock out that fucking Sauce Moon.
Nah,
bro.
He
got
got
a juice
Cuomo got the body. You can maybe take Andrew. Chris will fuck you up.
Nah, I fuck up Andrew Cuomo too, but I fuck up Chris Cuomo.
I don't know, bro. He got the body.
Who are those, wrestlers or something?
Tortellini out of that guy's head. Are you kidding me?
Hey, ain't no
Cuomo's,
tortellini in
huh?
that body, bro. That
You
shit
think?
that shit is.
Yeah, no
fucking
carbs. No
keto.
carbs, bro.
My man is keto.
You don't think I fuck up Chris Cuomo?
I
yo?
think- I think-
CNN.
Oh, he's a
Chris
CNN
Cuomo?
reporter.
He's jacked.
And my man is.
So
got-
what? He's jacked.
My
He
man
just
is-
slapped the fuck up. Yo, he gonna get that Stockton slap.
Bro, not the Stockton
Yo,
slap.
Chris Cuomo, you can get fucked up, yo.
Nah,
You
nah,
can get fucked up. Real talk.
He wants that smoke. I bet.
Yo, real talk. Fight me, or your brother killed mad old people.
Yo, fight me or your brother killed mad old people. Simple as that.
I mean, one of those things already happened. So
We'll fight, and you could donate the money to the families.
These people, I don't want no smoke promos.
A disgusting arcade for sex. It was
Yo, this is Uncle
basically
Joey talking
you
about
walk
Sex
in
World.
and there's like 3 guys with those aprons on with tokens in their pockets, right? And you go up to them, you give them like a 10, and they give you a handful of disgusting tokens. Disgusting tokens, okay? Forget Bitcoin. This is sperm coin. This, I don't know what value this has.
To the moon.
And then they have a circle, okay? It's like an oval room.
Oh yeah, I've seen that place.
With different booths, okay? Different booths all around. And when
Different
you approach
booths.
them, you'll see a guy walk out of that booth and nobody makes eye contact. They look down. They would walk out looking at the floor, and they would walk out, and you would look like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy? Until you open the door and look down the floor, and there's a ball of sperm on the fucking floor. And then the guy goes, excuse me. A little Mexican guy would go, excuse me. And he would come in with a mop with like disgusting water and just throw it on the sperm, clean it up, put it back in the bucket and go, you ready, senor? And you're like, okay, thank you.
Bro, one of the funniest things, one of the disses Joey Diaz I heard him say is, go tell him his mother wears combat boots. I don't know why that's so funny, but it is.
Everything is about
Don Miguel Ruiz, the 4 Agreements, Aubrey Marcus podcast. This is dope. If you want to get, you know what I'm saying? Your chakras aligned. You want to be right.
everything is about romance. It's about love. We can say that the whole creation is a beautiful dance, romantic dance between energy and matter, between life and death. Of course, matter is death. You know, matter only can move if a force is moving matter.
So,
and the force that moves matter is energy, is life. Then in our physical body, we have both. We have matter, which is our physical body, and we have life, the force that is moving.
That moves your body.
This physical body.
Okay.
And that force is reflected in our brain and creates an image of itself, which is the mind. Because the mind is just like a mirror.
Brain creates.
In a mirror, everything that you see inside the mirror, you know that is a reflection that everything that is outside. Well, our brain is a mirror.
So
it is reflecting what is outside,
which makes
that what we see all the time in the mind is the reflection that exists outside. But we don't see the outside. We only see the light that is being reflected for every single object that is outside.
Yeah, so this is the last clip. Thanks for checking it out. If anybody digs it, I'll do it again next week. Thanks.
If the people will watch, then yeah, there's going to be more of them. It's that simple.
And they can have mixed nights. They can have a pay-per-view concert and a boxing match and circus show. I mean,
I love that. Like, let there be a legit like Tyson Fury versus DeAndre Wilder or whatever like that, right? Like, you want to boost the pay-per-view buys by 200,000? Throw some fucking TikTokers on that shit.
Oh, that's a great idea, dude. Undercards.
Ain't no rules to this shit anymore, yo.
Yeah.
Like, the purity of boxing. How about the purity of making money?
Yeah.
Like, we are in a brutal business. We are not, but these fighters are in a brutal business. Once you get to the top of that shit, the purity of the sport shit goes out the window. You know who cares about the purity of the sport? Broke motherfuckers.
Yes.
Broke motherfuckers that can't get nobody to buy their shit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing they can hold on to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk, I'm trying to think. It's like, it's a shame to even say it, but the comics that are like all about the purity of it, Ain't selling no tickets.
That shit is cute to me. That shit is cute to me. It's adorable.
Yeah, the Club Warriors
Yeah.
is not selling any fucking tickets. And please believe the second that they do start to sell tickets, because I've seen this happen, the transition happens immediately.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the social media is blowing up. All of a sudden, there's tons of stuff posted, etc. But before you have that, you have to value the only thing that upholds your self-esteem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if just being the funniest guy at the club is a thing that keeps your self-esteem high, of course you're going to latch onto that.
Yep.
You know? So these motherfuckers that are going to make some money, doing something brutal, where they're not going to remember
Your
their fucking
life is on the
grandkids'
line.
names.
Make money, feed your kids, do all that shit. You're sacrificing your brain
Go off,
every
kid.
fucking practice.
Absolutely.
Make money. NFL, boxers, fight sports, make
Anything.
fucking money.
Anything.
Fuck purity.
break
dog.
it-
What is that? Grow up, man. You got kids? You got a family?
Yeah.